Hi guys, this is Joanna from the Haja Gracie Academy, and today I will show you how to do the Americana lock from side control. So I got my kind of Nick on his back, and I'm going to start in the side control position. So from here, I need to make sure my hands are out so I can start bringing his hand towards the floor. I'm going to put one hand on top of his wrist and the other hand on top of his elbow. I'm going to bring his hand down towards the floor. The hand that was on the wrist is going to stay there, and the hand that was on the elbow is now going to detach and go underneath, sliding with my palm facing up, underneath his biceps. I'm going to thread my hand under and put it on top of my other wrist. Now, to finish the Americana lock, I need to make sure my elbow is close to my partner's neck, so I'm going to actually bring his hand towards me a little bit closer, over here. I'm going to keep the wrist on the floor, and now I'm going to slide his hand downwards, bringing his elbow up until he taps. Okay, so now we're going to cover the common mistakes people make when they do the Americana lock from side control. First of all, to perform this technique, you need to make sure that this elbow closest to you is excluded. It cannot be on the way, so it must be over here, behind my hip. Otherwise, my partner will be pushing with his hands, and the Americana lock won't be effective. Another common mistake when I grab hold of the wrist and the elbow and go threading my hand under is to start doing the Americana from here. I need to make sure, and absolutely for flexible people it's a must to be able to get a tap, to bring their shoulder towards me. So I'm kind of trying to lock his shoulder by bringing his hand towards his own body, over here. This is a very tight grip. Now I don't need to go much further, sliding his hand over to get a tap. Also, to make this technique a little bit stronger, what I can do, I can turn my wrist towards the floor. This is going to secure it even more, and the tap will come faster. Another common mistake that people often make when they go for the Americana lock is to leave their wrist off the floor. Guys, you can't do that. If someone's flexible on the floor, they won't tap. So you must ensure that the wrist is on the floor at all times when you slide it down and then bring the elbow up for the finish. Top tip for guys that are really strong on bottom. What I'll need to do if I want to bring his hand down is I need to use my entire body to do that. I won't be able just to drag his hand using my hands. Nick's hand is stronger than both of my arms. What am I going to do? I'm not going to be able to push his hand towards the floor. So instead I'm going to use my hips, my shoulders, my chest to drive his hand down. So look, I'm going to go forwards, put all my body weight on top of his elbow, and now I'm securing the Americana lock to finish. Lastly, you can perform this Americana lock from other positions such as the mount or the half guards. The Americana lock is especially powerful in the half guard because it's extremely hard for my partner to get out of this position. When I do the Americana lock from half guard, I need to make sure that my opposite hip to the lock I'm performing is dropping onto his hip. So I'm kind of sprawling on top of his opposite hip to where the Americana is. So I'm performing Americana on this side, and the other hip is going to drop. So see how my body is positioned? Like so. In this way, it's really hard for my partner to get out of this position and escape. So I've got my partner here in the Americana lock position, but he's defending it by straightening his arm. Over here, I can finish the straight arm lock. So all I need to do is keep bringing the wrist towards the floor, elevating his elbow up. So sometimes I'll need to put a little bit of my body weight on top of that arm to finish the lock. But usually what he's going to do, he's going to bend his arm towards the other side. So over here, now I have the kimura ready. So I just switch the grip. I got another figure 4, but now onto the other side. And to finish the kimura, I will switch my hips to throw the leg over and finish the kimura.